Hi, everybody. This is Roctavia with Rock News UK, and I have Mason Hill on the line with me. Today, we're going to be chatting about everything as far as their new stuff that they have on the docket, some history with the band, and just life in general. So, who do I have with me here today? Go ahead and introduce yourselves to your international audience.
I am Scott Taylor. I'm the singer of Mason Hill.
I am James Bird, and I'm the guitar player in Mason Hill.
Hey guys, nice to finally meet you. So let's go ahead and get to know you guys a little bit better. Some of my first questions, I love always finding out how musicians got started and what made them so passionate about taking up like interest in their instruments or singing or anything that they may have jumped into. So I hear somebody was a child prodigy as far as guitar is concerned. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. I mean, I guess because if I was to enter the band van or something, going to a gig and went, "Hey guys, child prodigy here," I would just be laughed at, you know. But no, I guess I started young. I was about 9 years old when I really started to practice guitar, but I didn't just practice it. I was like on it all the time. Like we're talking 7-8 hours a day as a kid, which was weird. But I did that, and I guess I don't know. I just really put a lot of effort in and ended up all right as a kid. So child prodigy, apparently.
That's a lot of commitment. I play a couple instruments too, and I started saxophone in like the 4th grade. I don't know how that relates to primary, but I think I was 10. So like I feel what you're saying. Yeah. I understand. I didn't mean to like kind of throw you under the bus there, but I'm amazed at how much you practice and how much you stuck with it, and what motivated you to do that? Because like I'm trying to learn guitar too, and you know, need to practice more.
I mean, I think for me, I don't know if it's just because I got kind of lucky in a sense, because I didn't pick up the guitar instantly trying to be like Eddie Van Halen or something. I picked up the guitar and my first goal was to do Jingle Bells. That was like my first kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And when I did it, I happened to then be asked to play in my school Christmas end of year play. So I was really just working towards little goals that were really big to me at the time. And every time I achieved each small goal, it just kind of made me want to keep going, and the goal got bigger. And that's really it. I mean, I just kept trying to just achieve different things. It went from Jingle Bells to then Slash, you know what I mean? So I just had to keep trying to put in the hours and the effort.
That's a pretty cool jump there, but I'm not.
I mean, I'm lying. It didn't go from Jingle Bells to Slash. It probably went from Jingle Bells to Mary Had a Little Lamb or something.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna just hone in on you. I hear somebody else has talent as well. Somebody else was a pretty decent swimmer. Is that true?
Yeah, but again, like not by choice, if you know what I mean. It was kind of just like kind of pushed on me at a young age, and I feel like kids at that age, when you're that age, it's you take information in so easily. You're like a sponge, and I adopted that very quick, but then, you know, as the years went by, I got very bored of it very quick as well. I mean, there's only so much you can do in swimming, and there's only 4 different positions. There's only 4 types, and you can only go up and down a pool 1,000 times before it's the same. So no, I just kind of done that teenage rebellion thing and just kind of went, no, I want to get as far away from that as I can. Once it was like 4 or 5 nights a week, you were going to practice, it was a bit much for me at that level. And I'm kind of glad, looking back, that I kind of took the music approach.
Teenage rebellion. Uh-oh. So how do you end up finding like your voice? Like what made you focus in on singing?
I still need to get a good answer for this. It's a tough one. So I mean, as a kid, I sang in the shower, or I sang like you know, the pop songs of the day, you know, about just like under your breath and stuff like that, but just like anyone else does. I was always into guitar, and that's really how me and James came together, is because he was a really good guitar player and he just moved to my school, and it just made sense. And I just wasn't the right person for guitar, and I still am. I'm not to this day. I mean, I'll learn it and I'll play it, but I'm not going to be like a James, you know, that has that feel of the guitar. And I feel like I just kind of fell into this position, right? James, I just kind of fell in. Like there wasn't a singer. We needed a singer, and I was the only guy that maybe sang rock in our school. There may have been one other person, I can't remember, but you know, there was like no one else, so it kind of just stuck with me, and I feel like I've just got better the more I've practiced over the years, and here I am.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't remember how you actually started singing, to be honest. I remember when like you started singing instead of screaming, but the actual start to screaming, I don't remember how that happened. I think it was maybe that you were the only person that could do it and hold some form of tune. So I've no idea, man. What were we, 15? Something like that? 14 maybe? Don't know. So it's
just flies by.
That's awesome that you guys have known each other so long. And, you know, when did your official band form? Was it 2013?
That sounds about right. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, me and Scott had like that high school bands, and then like we've made as many people as possible aware, but we entered this talent show. We won the Scottish part to the talent show, ended up going down to London to play against all the other winners of the areas. Like, so you've got a winner of Spain, you've got a winner of France, and there was like a winner of England and whatnot. So because we were the Scottish winners, we went down and had to go against all of them. So we were like really buzzed about that, because this is just our high school band. But then when we got there, it's like these teenagers against these proper good professional acts, you know? So we were just like, whoa, okay, we're not as good as we thought. So we did that, humiliated. I was ill as well. I had like the worst illness I've ever had, tonsillitis, I think it was. Yeah, I couldn't speak. So yeah, we did that. That was fun. And then we went back and went, right, okay, let's sort of enhance this. Let's work on this. So we ended the high school band, started a new band straight out of that, which ended up being Mason Hill. But at the time, there was like no name. It was just me and Scott. But so I think that was the end of 2012, or the start of 2012. And then when we did our demos, we advertised for people to join us with the demos. We got Craig. And then I think that started off in 2013. That's maybe about right, or mid, somewhere around there anyway. I mean, we didn't have our EP until 2015. So it's been like, a lot of people say, why is it taking so long to get the album out? There's all these reasons. Like, it was just me and Scott straight out of high school, you know? So it took time for us to generate meeting people, because we didn't know anyone. We had to do it the hard way.
Understandable. It was kind of like, it sounds like a School of Rock situation. I don't know why I always come back to that movie. It's such an integral movie. I don't know.
It's a great movie. When I went and saw that movie in the cinema, my family home was burgled.
What?
There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. There's a little extra bit of information for you.
So, another thing I wanted to touch on that I thought was really, really cool. How you guys have already had the chance to perform with some rock legends, some of the greats, a couple people that I admire too. Can you tell us a little bit more about touching base with or having a relation to Black Sabbath at all?
That's probably the Zakk Wylde thing.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So that was, as you know, I was a kid guitar player. I was obsessed with Zakk Wylde to the point that I had the fake Zakk Wylde bullseye. I had long blonde hair and I wore a leather jacket and like leather waistcoat and everything. And I was just trying to be him. And I won some talent show as a kid. Ended up getting endorsed by a few brands, playing at events. And
got endorsed? I did not know that.
Yeah, I was just like the kid that got up on stage on behalf of the company. I think it was Colesbro amps and couple string companies and just things like that. So I'd play at these things and you're just showcasing stuff. But it was just weird to see this kid on stage. So everyone would usually stop and go, "Oh, that's new," sort of, I guess. But yeah, so one of the people that passed by was someone to do with Black Label Society, which is Zakk Wylde's like band aside from when he's with Ozzy Osbourne. And they saw I was this big Zakk fan and just said, "We're going to be touring UK soon, so if you want to come along and see him." So obviously I was like, I mean, I was a kid, my parents sorted it, but I went on the tour bus. I just remember that amazing moment when this big giant guy came down the stairs and sat with me on this little tiny seat, and I was just dwarfed. I had no words. I think I just was silent, just smiling the whole time. And the picture, you can kind of see that. But anyways, eventually, watching the gig side stage, someone just for some reason pushed me onto the stage. So I didn't know what to do. So I just started headbanging. And then he gave me his guitar and I just started playing. And it was pretty surreal. I mean, I don't remember it, it was that mad for me. I don't remember it, but there's video. So thankfully there's that. So when I tell people this, I can prove it. It's not a lie. Yeah, exactly. But no, it was pretty surreal. And again, just another big moment for me that sparked me never to stop playing guitar, things like that, which is what pushed me to continue through high school bands and such.
I like vicariously just fangirled through that story just now. That's pretty amazing. I don't know if the camera cut to me, but I was definitely like geeked out over here. That's a really cool story. So
amazing.
If you guys had the opportunity to collaborate or even headline and tour with anybody, each individually, who would be the person or band that you would want to do that with?
It changes. It's like your favorite song. It kind of just like it changes from the. But I guess if you had to catch me in this moment, for a while, it's been the Foo Fighters. To be honest, the Foo Fighters. I've always loved them, but just recently I've taken maybe I'm getting a bit older and appreciating music more. Yeah, that would just be incredible. You just need to watch one of their live shows to be jealous of that. That would be insane.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you mean, Scott. Like, it does change because of being fans of music as well. You've got many different favorite bands and such, but I think the last time I answered this, I said Rammstein, and purely because of the flames. That's so cool. The big stage, the stage that they have is amazing. So I'm like, that'd be cool to be on that, and a big flame goes off or something. But I think from a point of like view of being a fan of this band, that I would say Alter Bridge as well, because we're like big fans of that. And if you go into like the songwriting of this band so far, me and Scott were heavily influenced by like Alter Bridge, the way they've got like heavy tunes, but inside the heavy tune is a big chorus. It's all melody that Miles Kennedy does. So yeah, it'd be cool that would be a pretty surreal moment, knowing how big of fans we were as kids growing up and how much they influenced us.
That's a good answer.
Yes.
Thank you.
So if you could actually headline with these bands, like what would your dream destination be? Like, where do you guys really want to play the most?
It's got to be Chicago. Obviously.
Nice. Come right here. I got a couple of venues. I got a couple of friends. They teach you guys really well. They'd hook you up.
Sounds good to me.
I know. I mean, there's 100 places I could probably say around the world, but genuinely the States and Chicago and everywhere else, it would be really cool to get over there and just see. I've always wanted to see America personally. So yeah, I'll take all, was it 50 states? I don't know.
Never been? What? Over here.
I'd been to Manhattan, New York, but it was at the start of lockdown, so I didn't get to see anything. So I went to the airport and I went to the house of the vocal producer and I finished that, and then I went back to the airport and then home. It was a weird time. So technically I've been there, but I've not seen a thing. So it's like I wasn't there technically.
I went to New York and I wasn't there for any real. I mean, I actually met Brian that time, the guy Scott went and recorded with. So I did see him as a kind of like a friendly sort of, hey, how we doing? And blah, blah, blah. But when I was there as part of a tourist as well, I was super intimidated, man. Like when I got off that subway in New York, I was just like, whoa, this is different. So is Chicago much different? I don't know. We've not been, but
Chicago is kind of it. How do I describe it? We do have our like mass transit system, but I think it's a slightly less intimidating than New York can be, because New York is there's so much packed in, like, and there's so many different there are different kinds of boroughs here in Chicago too, but we're a little bit more spaced out and a little bit more mellow. I'm not knocking New York. So, I personally think our pizza is better. That's something that you guys got to try when you get here. Don't come after me in the comments.
Well, so New York pizza, and it was not good.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Don't come after me in the comments either.
Hey, we're from Glasgow, so it's we get to say it.
But yeah, there's a lot of venues here and a lot of great musicality in this city, and a lot of places that I think that you guys would enjoy and need to see that would definitely embrace your sound, because I especially am liking what I'm hearing too. So I know you guys it took a while for the album to come out, but everything that I've heard so far, I'm loving. And also, tell me where it debuted at. What number did you guys hit?
You do the honors.
I'll take one, you can take the other.
Okay.
There's two ones that we're proud of. So the actual album, in the whole national chart for UK ended up at 19, but that for us was like insane because Eminem was 18 and Billie Eilish was 20, I think. So we're like, hey, that's a nice sandwich to be in.
Oh yeah.
So we were just really pleased with that because debut self-made band. So that's cool. And Scott?
In the rock, so in the same week in the rock charts of the so not the whole national album charts, but just the rock genre, we got number 1, which was insane. We did not anything like, as James says, where this was like a independent label, homegrown kind of band movement, a new team that they're just welcomed us on board to help us with everything
during lockdown and a pandemic.
Exactly. That's why I really wanted to touch base on this. Not only are you guys self-made, we don't have anything right now as any music family. Like, everybody's struggling. Like, we can't get in front of, or a lot of people that were close to the music industry can't get in front of people. And, a lot of people don't even have like access to studios or professional production for albums. And the fact that you guys put this album out and it got the accolades that it did, that is definitely something to be majorly proud of. That's awesome.
We're dumbfounded, to be honest. I don't think we can really believe it. Just so the listeners can understand, like, your management sets expectations for you, and at the start of the campaign, it would have been lucky if we got into the top 100. It would have been, that was the expectations, and that's what we had to manage and try and overcome. So to get in top 20 it's actually stupid. I can't believe it. To be honest, it's fraud.
We actually, it had been delayed the first time. It was supposed to come out in 2020, but because of COVID and everything, it got delayed. So we're like, okay, bummer, but next year, 2021, we'll be able to go gig it, and it'll be all, be much better, and it'll be a better climate to be releasing a debut album in. Skip a few months and we're not out of it, and we're all like damn, F word, because we're like we were just so like, we sunk into sort of self-pity in a sense, purely because we know how hard it's been for us to get to this point and get this album made and finally bringing it out, and to think that we're not going to be able to do a single gig to try and support it, we were just like, we're going to be completely swamped under all these big acts, and we were just worried it was going to go miss, to be honest. So yeah, obviously the news, we were just completely over the moon with it. I think I drank every night for 6 days after that. So super happy with it still.
Behind you. Is it still
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These were a couple. Yeah, it's still kicking about. My guitar's there though. I've got back to work. Me and Scott started writing new tunes literally 2 days ago. So yeah, no rest.
I'm excited for everything that you guys are doing. Excuse me. So another question that I had, as far as everything that you're doing right now, you're writing. So when, this is very greedy, when do you guys expect to, like, you know, give us a little bit more, or even a single or anything? Like, do you have any timeline, or am I just being a little brat?
Well, no, we think the world needs it, so we aim to have some new material out this year, to be honest. We're gonna still hit the roads for our tour, and maybe even looking into the early start of next year, but no, the material is not going to stop. I think we're all kind of really happy in the place that we're in, and we just think that keeping the momentum up and keeping the kind of growth of the band up, you know, in this time is working so far for us. So let's keep on the same approach. So I mean, please enjoy the album, but yeah, we're already getting to work, getting on the next songs for everyone.
Yeah, it kind of needed, really, because like, if things that, I mean, we've got a tour set out for UK in September. Hopefully that can go ahead, but just in case it can't, we have been pushed a bit by management to say, look, we don't know what's going to happen. Let's plan for things to go back to normal. But if it doesn't, we can't just sit doing nothing. We have to at least be providing some sort of content, whether that be, as you say, a single, whether it be an EP or something. So that's our aim. We're definitely not going to be hanging on to anything like we did for so many years with this album. So yeah, we're all systems go now, I think.
That's awesome. So have you guys, I know a lot of bands have tried to get on like some streaming dockets just to keep relevant in the pandemic. Have you guys put any thought to like doing some live situations or doing some streaming just to get, like, I know it's not the real thing. I know it's not getting out there in front of an audience, but like, have you put any thought towards anything like that?
Yeah. Well, we've done one. We've done like a professional streams show last year with, you know, Planet Rock in the UK that are quite well known. That was a really fun experience fronting, you know, the TV cameras and no audience. That was a bit strange, but
it was weird.
It was great fun as well. It was a different atmosphere. But no, so what we decided to do is we didn't really figure out how to do it fully live. So we like used our home equipment and done some pre-recorded live sets. So we just kind of done the set, and then either me or Craig and James edited the kind of audio and the videos to just try and make it as kind of nice as possible for everyone. We're perfectionists. It's our biggest problem. It's our, you know, it's the usually human bands, so we just want to get the quality as good as we can. So we're getting right into that and kind of pushing it and maybe doing some covers and just trying to get like constant sort of almost like a YouTuber approach. You know, they seem to be the celebrities of the future, and they seem to provide a lot of content. So we're trying to just get out there and
on social media.
Okay, so I can't just let you breeze by the cover thing and not touch base on it. So who are you thinking about covering, or can I even ask? Who would you cover?
Well, we did one already. We did Best of You by Foo Fighters. It was kind of like our own version as well. It was pretty good, to be fair. I'm a fan of it, but it was decent. So because of that, we decided to do another one. So we did AC/DC, Shook Me All Night Long, but we did that with a fellow band mate from a band called Massive Wagons. The singer from that band in the UK tagged along for that. That was cool. So we're just probably going to maybe do something like that again. There's a couple songs we've done live that we've kind of done well. I think one we mentioned was maybe trying Cochise, Audio Slave. Give that a bash, because we always used to play that live and it always went down a treat. So
that would be wonderful. I would love. Yep.
Well, there we go. That's it.
I'm
Scott,
done.
you gotta do that. It's kind of
Sorry,
doing must
hell
not.
yes. All right, okay, sorry.
It's a deal.
All right, perfect. So is there anything else that you guys want to leave your international audience with, since our time today flew by and we're coming into the end of our half hour? Any anecdotes, anything that you want to leave everybody with that you just really want to touch base on? Go ahead.
I'll say a wee thing. James, you take after. You do the sign off. But I just want, first off, thank you so much for having us. This is still, James, he won't admit it maybe to the camera, but this is still so cool for us. We're a bit overwhelmed by even having interviews in other continents in the world and all that stuff. So honestly, it's a great pleasure. And everyone, thank you so much for listening to us. And I hope you enjoy the album if you choose to. It's been like 7 years of a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And it seems to be paying off, so please give it a listen, check it out. Hopefully it might help you in your life.
What Scott said, but I'll add maybe just thank you to you for having us. And if anyone is checking us out from this, then we're on social media. That's all we can do just now. So join our Facebook page, Instagram, and all that stuff that many of us might not like, but it's there and it's doing wonders. So join us on that. Let us know what songs you like, and look out for some more stuff from us. Maybe that cover Cochise on the way next.
You can also check out Mason Hill's videos on YouTube. I highly recommend that. Please do. Find them everywhere you find your music sources. And one more weird question.
Oh.
I always end on a kind of off the cuff note, something fun, something light. If you guys could have, each of you, any superpower in the world, what would your superpower be?
I know this one. I actually know this straight away. Invincibility.
Why invincibility?
It would just make me happy. If I could just kind of do that, and I could just be invisible, and then I could just have that power. I think it'd be great in life. It'd get you out of so many awkward situations, and it would just be a hoot.
Just invincibility. Just like, whew.
I'll take it.
I can relate to that, because there have been a couple situations where, how you don't know how to end, not to say anything like right now, but you don't know how to end that conversation. And all those old cartoons where somebody like a vampire would just burst into a bunch of bats and then fly away. I've always wanted to be able to do that.
Exactly. You'd mess with people so much as well. You would much.
How about you, James?
I mean, Scott, sounds like you had that planned, but I don't know. I think I would control the weather. I would control the weather. Because you know what? It's so cold in Scotland all the time. Look at our skin. We look like we're dead.
I'm all right.
I'll put sunshine in Glasgow all year round. That's what I'll do.
That's kind of nice.
There you go. I'm thoughtful.
All right. They're both good answers. I can't knock you for wanting to give everybody sunshine and change the weather. Maybe have it not rain sporadically like it does sometimes in Scotland. Yeah.
Exactly. It was actually a bad answer, but we'll just skip past it.
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay, never mind. I quit. I want to thank you guys so much for interviewing with me today. It has been a blast. This half hour was way too short. I am looking forward to everything that you guys are doing. I'm looking forward to hearing more. Again, my name is Roctavia Rose, and I am with Rock News UK. Check out everything on the books for Mason Hill when you get a chance. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.